Okay. As you can imagine, I have a very busy schedule, but I would like to go ahead and run an incoherent game today.
That's fine. This is my first game, so baptize me with flame.
But now you have played tabletop games before.
Oh yes, I've run some games with the HH actually. I think two of yours, Madcap and Urban Jungle. I've run with the
Okay,
HH.
so yeah, so you played Madcap before. So Madcap is powered by the Apocalypse, which is a very simple system.
So just roll 2d6 plus or minus modifiers. You can take +1s forwards, +3 backwards, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, that's just a formula. But the big thing about it is 10 or better, you get what you want. 7 or 9, it's complicated. And,
True. And I like that in Madcap, if you get over like 13, things should get wacky.
But 13 or better should be too much of a good thing because it's a comedy game. But yeah, Madcap was largely inspired by, there's a lot of cartoon games out there. Well, sorry, there's a few cartoon games out there because we did research. Most of them we thought were too complicated. Well, there's just too many rules.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone here has ever played Teenagers from Outer Space. I'm thinking Teth might have. No. Okay. Teenagers from Outer Space, I think, is the gold standard for silly cartoon games. It was largely inspired by Ranma 1/2. Not Ranma 1/2. Those Annoying Aliens, or Seiyatsura, and Japanese anime. But and then like No Need for Tenchi is probably a better example of one people have actually heard of.
Yes.
Yeah,
but nowadays you get stuff like Steven Universe, which is way more full of fields.
Why would everyone watch a cartoon where people are just crying all the time?
I hate fun. I'd watch that.
We're the breakfast friends. Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, so we're glad to have you on board. Then I guess now the people in our game elected to use the horror theme. So we've been running Elderberry Junction, which is the part of the book I wrote, or the setting I wrote.
Ooh, nice. I've never run it or been in Elderberry Junction, so this will be a new experience.
Yeah, it's largely cartoon horror themed. I don't know why they picked this, but they're weird.
You picked this.
Yes. Well, it's been about a year since I've played Madcap, so maybe a bit rusty, but I should pick it up pretty quick.
It's pretty simple. There's no turn order. You just shout, and I do things. You declare a move, I declare a response, and then you declare another move. Unlike many other games that have rigid turn orders, this game doesn't, but etiquette dictates you should wait for the game master to respond before you do another thing. It's really written by some people who have serious attention deficit disorder. But that could get into a whole nother rant. I promised I wasn't going to rant today, so let me know when we're live.
We went live as soon as you stopped talking about real life stuff.
She's supposed to warn me.
I selectively mute as soon as you start saying something that I think, as your PR manager, I should not.
Are we on Twitch?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And we will be recorded for posterity.
That's fine. I record my games too. Can I get a link to the Twitch thingy?
It should be up on the top. You see where it says announcements? That channel?
Oh, yes, there's a button. Cool.
So hello, Internet people. I am the lovely and talented Norman Rafferty. And we are running Madcap. Madcap was at the end of year sale, but it's January, so it's too late for you. Why am I laughing at people?
Because it's a funny game, and that's what we're here for.
It's the funniest game to ever fun a game.
Yes, there are other games that think they're as funny as us, but they're not. So, okay, so Norman Rafferty and I am going to go left to right on the Roll20 list. So we're joined today. Griffin, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Wilford Waffle, a goat as unseen, unlike any seen on this earth, who is fat, has 2 left feet, and occasionally drools. His catchphrase is that I have nothing to fear but myself.
Definitely true. Also with us is Teth. What are you playing today?
I'm Jordy Varil, the self-aware.
Oop.
I
got pulled away first.
Draw this world. My catchphrase is, hey, they can't all be gems.
Okay, let's see. And then we've got EHH.
I'm Alec. I'm Alec. I'm a paranormal I'm a border collie who's a paranormal investigator. I love my job, but even though no one believes me, basically, my catchphrase is, I'm pretty sure I know what
I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. Unfortunately, new this week is Caudle. Caudle, tell us about your character. Like, what is describe and give us a catchphrase.
I am playing Hardly Bee Boy. I am a possum who is the nephew of, and let me actually get up my character sheet, who is the nephew of Dudley D. Possum, who solved mysteries with a team of ambiguously aged youths. He took up after his uncle and wants to solve mysteries and be a helpful sidekick to whoever seems to be the smartest person in the room. His catchphrase is, and I'll help.
Okay, and what playbook did you pick today?
The tag along.
Okay, so you're just in this for the ride.
I'm just in this for the ride.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that name again?
Hardly Bee Boy, so Hardly Boy.
There we go. Yeah, I get it.
That's a joke for the children of today.
Hello, fellow children.
Well, today is going to be filled with like stupid jokes that I'm not going to apologize for at all. In fact, the story I've cooked up today is going to be incredibly unfunny.
I'm down for some stupid jokes. Ooh.
That's okay. I'll turn it into a total first. Just wait.
I'm just going to make an educated guess on what a possum looks like.
Just imagine a possum dressed like a 1920s paperboy.
Oh, 1920s paperboy. I was going for 1970s cartoon investigator.
Yeah, you were going a little Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Wait,
appropriate.
Oh wait, that works fine. That's good.
Okay, well, Hardly has decided to apprentice himself to Alec here, since Alec is the foremost paranormal investigator in the city of Ruckerberg.
Who still has his mind.
And proud of it.
Right, and yes, and there you are all in the city of Ruckerberg, specifically Elderberry Junction in Ruckerberg, which is nestled on three sides by a mountain, and on the other side by the glowing green sea. But its glow keeps you up at night. And several adventures. Alec has been trying to go on paranormal investigating, but unfortunately, he's still recovering from his last operation, where somebody pushed him off of a cliff, complaining that, wait a minute, I thought paranormal, like when you float through the air using a large apparatus. Or a fixed wing. It's like, oh wait, that's paraglider investigation. That was an embarrassing day, but good news, it was covered by the HMO.
Yay, insurance.
Yeah. So, I guess, Alec, you have some sort of corner office with like one of those big rotary dial phones.
Yeah, and that was gathering cobwebs.
Yes. Because, people still use rotary dial phones.
I mean, I haven't gotten a case yet.
Yeah, well, except for that, people keep confusing you for other things.
The cases confuse customers.
Yeah, because there was an investigation where people, you got shot at by people armed with assault rifles. Like, oh, paramilitary investigation.
Oh, no.
And then there was a time that they needed you to help them fling something over a wall in a big arc. That was the parabola investigation.
That doesn't even run.
Hey, they can't all be gems. So, so I guess all four because they don't have anywhere else to be, and it keeps them off the streets. Wilford is hanging around your office.
Hi, Wilford.
Hi, Alec. Wow, this place is really cramped. My horde's probably just starts scraping the ceiling and shoulders reach both sides of the room.
There's 3 people here. Now we can actually hang around the water cooler and talk about water cooler programs.
I don't have a water cooler.
What? Where are we going to hang out next to?
Well,
There's always the creepy well in the middle of town. I mean, there's water there.
There's my bookshelf.
What's on your bookshelf?
Oh, just things here, schools for dummies, that kind
Well,
Ghost writing as a ghost? Someone wrote this? Wait, no, it was ghost written.
yeah, it's ghost written. You open the page, it says, "Boo! Ah!"
Ah!
Well, of course, at this point, your door should, with your, paranormal investigation, and outside of it, not paramilitary, not parabola, your door should be darkened as a mysterious shape comes forward. The first personal call you've ever had.
Okay, I try to look neat. I, slick back my fur.
All right.
Say my glasses.
The door opens and it's Jordy.
Oh, I was gonna say, Jordy, who's trapped in the show, is always in the background of every shot. So.
So now you're framed front and center. How do you feel with all the attention today?
Well, I was just saying, if you would have been on a normal cartoon, Shot would have been looking at you guys, trying to figure out where you were going to cram around to have your conversation. Jordy would have probably been outside the window looking straight at camera somewhere, and then boom, camera changes to whatever's happening now. Boom, there's Jordy.
Yep. And then Jordy is shoved out of the way as a large cigar-chomping badger comes in. Out of my way! What are you doing here anyway?
Oh, he always hangs around here for some reason.
Who's in charge here?
I am.
Really? Is there somebody smarter looking or better dressed I could talk to?
I ignore that comment. Nope, just me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to help. My name is Rod Reuter, and I am the owner of the Reuter Stadium here in Ruckerburg. You know, the football stadium where we play football?
Yeah,
you ever play football, son?
Oh, tentacles.
No, I avoid any extracurricular activities.
Huh. Well, I suppose I'm at the end of my rope because I went to talk to everyone else in this city and they laughed at me. But here, I got this note.
I take the note and I read it.
It says, dozen eggs, quart of milk, and a stick of butter. No, not that note. This note. It has very fancy handwriting on it and says very clearly that says, you disregarded my instructions to leave my private box open. And now you will pay the price when the exhibition game of the Chip Bowl happens, this weekend. Signed, the Phantom of the Football Stadium.
Gasp, ghost.
There's no such thing as ghosts. It's all poppycock and foo-for-ah.
But it wrote you a note right there. Of course the ghost is real.
Can't you see don't you understand a kayfabe feel, hey, scam when you see one? I'm in sports. I know everything's fake.
I definitely don't know when I see one.
This is obviously someone trying to, threaten us. This is going to be the biggest game of the year. Why, we're finally going to have it's the Chip Bowl exhibition game between the Carcosa Knights and our own team, the Ruckerburg Irregulars.
Where's the away team?
I have a ticket for that event.
And I think to myself, I'm sure they're irregular.
Well, we've but we're sponsored by Metamucil this year, so we hope to fix that. That's a joke, son.
Well-
You can laugh.
Well, I'll definitely look at. Well, as long as there's no Andrew Lloyd Webber involved, I'll gladly look.
I certainly hope not. An Andrew Lloyd Webber parody in some sort of stupid cartoon? That'd be the lowest form of humor. He's got to put his hand on Jordy's back. Can you imagine what kind of terrible hack writing, bottom of the barrel scumbag would write a story like that?
Wilford will take his boombox, which he's about to put his Andrew Lloyd Webber cassette into, and just lower it down off screen.
It's called.
No
Now that's
music
what I
incident.
call Andrew Lloyd Webber. Free. And your other tape, Kids Webber 4, where it's all sung by children.
No, that's what I call Weber.
Yeah, that's what I call Webber. That's a good.
Now we need that's what I call Webber number 20. There's got to be like a whole bunch of them.
I think I see an opportunity here, guys. Hold on, I gotta make a call. Once again, feel free to chime in whenever you want to say something stupid.
All right. Am I in the room? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're the Hardly boy. You're Alex's assistant.
Okay. I didn't know if I'd been introduced yet, so I was like, whoa, wait. Okay. So
No, we just we're a hack show. We just put you in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought. Sorry, I apologize. Made that clear. You're Alex's assistant because he's
Okay.
the only paranormal investigator in town.
All right. In that case, while we're waiting, Mr. Alec,
Yeah.
is this a proper mystery? Like a proper mysterious mystery that we could solve?
Well, there is a phantom involved, so we'll guess. We look at the mysteries both fake and we look into the supernatural, both fake.
Oh, this is so exciting. This is my first proper mystery. I've never had a proper mystery before, like a mysterious, malodorous malcontent causing mischief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, I'm not paying for all this alliteration.
Well, the
What
alliteration
I want is
comes,
results.
well, the alliteration comes free, sir, but I'm trying my best, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, whatever. As long as there's no assonance.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that word.
That's okay. It's okay. I cleared it with standards and practices. I think I drew a CD instead of a cassette because I think I forgot what cassettes look like.
Are you
Hey,
sure?
it's fine. It's one of those cassette CDs.
Are you sure about that? I think we're a YouTube show these days, and I hear the censors are really bad on there. We don't want to get demonetized.
Whatever. The internet's just a fad anyway. Look. The Chip Bowl is happening tomorrow. So here, I've got this for you. It's a I'll go ahead and give you this ticket that will get you into the stadium, and I'm willing to pay you the sum of $1 a day.
Is that a lot, Alec?
Well, not
That's-
all.
That's your fee, right?
Well, it is for us, but we still have to find a way to get out of this.
Well, I'm sure you that whatever this is, people said it's a phantom, which means they need to go talk to the paranormal investigators rather than the normal investigators. Ugh. But
Yes.
there's no such thing as phantoms. I need you to find out whoever this creep is and get him out of my stadium so he stops scaring people. Those boxes cost money.
Well,
No
you hired the best paranormal investigator in the city. Mr. Alec will get to the bottom of it. Lickety split, won't you?
All
Yes,
right,
I
he
will.
better.
I think George's gonna be up to the side. You guys keep saying that word back and forth, and like, wait a second, Alec. Hardly. That's a paranormal investigator. So got it.
Ugh.
I get it.
I gotta leave here before my stomach is turned.
The writers
Anyway.
have really taken a downturn.
The game happens tomorrow, so this pass should get you access to most areas except the forbidden area.
What's in the forbidden
Okay.
area?
Sounds forbidden.
We don't talk about the forbidden area.
You are
Not
right
since
now.
The unpleasantness.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm a busy man. I've got to go back and I've got to go ahead and plan the next 20 boxing match winners.
That sounds like a lot of
Sounds like
punching.
a lot of hard work.
You don't know the half of it. Oh well. And he'll slam your door on the way out, breaking the glass.
I'll get a broom.
Actually,
Hardly gets a broom.
All right. So, okay, I guess it's down to the stadium. Hardly, I want you to do something.
Oh, well, yes. What is it, sir? What would you like me to do, sir? Yes, sir.
Find me any books about the stadium. Maybe some history can reveal anything about this place, and maybe some paranormal activity.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
To the library.
To the library. Fun isn't hard when you have a library card.
Hardly gets a laugh point.
Yay!
Yeah, and I'll be and I go straight to the stadium.
Oh, you're not going to the library? Oh, sorry. So Alec goes to the stadium. Hardly goes off to the library, leaving Jordy behind with Wilford. Wilford would
Hi. Wilford will actually go to the stadium. He's gonna get like his fan football, his foam tentacle, his drinking hat, the one with like the cups on the side of it.
Okay.
Filled with Komodo Loco.
Jordy, you're left alone in the empty office with your thoughts.
Well, I know that's not going to last for long since I get dragged to whatever scene is actually
Wilford will
happening.
just lift you up.
No. Jordy reaches behind himself to pull out the script.
The last page of the script has a note on it, editorial mandate. Jordy character performing low in Q ratings must be killed off.
Oh, that's not fun. I guess I'm going to have to find a way out of here sooner than later.
Sooner than later. So, Jordy, are you just going to hang around and wait for fate, or?
Well, I'm going to get dragged no matter what happens. Like I said, I'm in every shot.
Okay.
Whatever Wilford drags me or not, I'm going to appear there, so.
Okay. There's the Ruckerberg Library. So first, we'll go ahead and change scenes. So Hardly, boys, makes it to our B-boy makes it to the library with those giant stone lions out front. The library, of course, is filled with frantic, goggle-eyed people, some of whom are wearing pointed wizard hats, others are in trench coats, some of them are in ragged clothes, all like with various books just pouring through them, mumbling themselves, the secret has to be in here, the secret has to be in here. But Hardly, they're always here, so Hardly just can walk past them and go to the card catalog, I suppose. You guys know what a card catalog is, right?
Yep, Dewey Decimal System.
I would say
my library abandoned it by the time I was using.
So Hardly, what abilities do you have useful for using a library?
I have a tagalog, so I have no abilities. But
okay.
I would say Hardly is walking through. He's going like, oh, hello, hi, hello, sir. Pursuit of knowledge, all of us in service to the Dewey Decimal System, the greatest system known to man. Yep.
The ostrich librarian will interrupt you and say, "Shh," and point at the sign that says, that says "Silence in the library." The only silence in the library. Those voices you hear are just the dark ones in your head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, Silence in the Library is my favorite episode of Doctor Who, but that's neither here nor there. Let's finding books. Yes. And then he heads off to the history section.
Okay. To navigate, now this will bring us to our first roll in the game. Libraries are full of nerds, in which case you're going to have to go ahead
and roll sharp.
Yep, go ahead and roll your sharp. So you'll roll 2 six-sided dice and add your sharp. I forgot to ask if you had picked any gimmicks for your character, but
I picked one gimmick, I think. What did I pick for this gimmick? Jack and Jill of all trades.
Okay, which means you can claim that anytime you want to, you can claim you've worked this job before.
Well, I'd say Hardly B-Boy, his best friend from the day he was born, has always been a library. So
I've always dreamed of becoming a librarian.
He's dreamed of becoming a librarian before he found his true love, the mystery of mysteries. So I would say that he has definitely worked this job before.
Right. Remember, the downside of that, though, is anytime you invoke a job, I can also say that you're late for work. So go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So his sharp is +1.
Yep. So you roll 2 dice and add 1.
8.
Okay. Well, so that means that you'll be perusing the library looking for details in the stadium. This is like a marginal success, so I can choose a complication. So I suppose that what will happen is, because this is a cartoon and visual medium, and having you just pour over a book would be boring. I guess the interesting thing that you'll find is the Ken Burns documentary on football, which in episode 27 will talk about the Ruckerberg Stadium. The Ruckerberg Stadium itself was built upon one of the bloodiest battles of the secret Civil War, the one the government doesn't want you to know about, where over 27 million people were killed.
Oh, good golly.
You'll see the narration on the video. Put the videotape in. You'll see the narration with the black and white that says, this date, February 29th, 1843. Dearest Martha, I write to you, with my unamputated hand to tell you today has been the worst day of the fighting. Today, 18,000 people died before breakfast, and I fear another 18,000 will die in front of me. The horrors that I've seen have been unimaginable. The only thing we could think to do was to pile all of the bodies and throw them in the chip pit, where where I pray to the Almighty, or whatever form of divine being that I can conceive of, that one day people will not be so foolish as to pour concrete and artificial grass on top of it and make it a sports stadium and use it for the exhibition of events. That would be the most tragic outcome I could think of this entire desperate, pointless war.
Hardly takes a breath and says, "Oh, gee, I don't curse much, but will a curse. This is bad.
With my last breath, I curse. I can only hope that that with this letter, I pass the curse away from me and on to the next person who were to read this note or have it narrated to them in a pleasant monotone by an actor."
Oh, that's not great. That's not ideal. Maybe the curse is worn off for good. Maybe I'm safe.
Safety, and I guess the last is safety is but an illusion. Signed, General Beauregard Cyburn Hooker. Retired. P.S. Look behind you.
Hardly looks up from the book and very, very slowly turns his head with his teeth chattering cartoonily.
There's a person standing behind you.
Oh no, a person!
It is a very skinny, deep jackal, like dark, with only yellow glowing eyes, and he has a very nice suit with a very nice tie. And he stands there, he just blinks at you like he's wandered out of a Courage the Cowardly Dog cartoon.
Hello there, sir. I'm Hardly B-Boy, Ace Detective's assistant. I was just perusing the history of the library, and can I help you at all?
Looks you up and down and says, "Perhaps you can. How much do you weigh?"
Well, that is an oddly personal question. I follow the Boy Scouts handbook diet every single day to keep my weight at the BMI that is best suited to my person. So I currently weigh about 110 pounds. Why?
110 pounds, the BMI of 17, and you look like you're about a size 34. He looks at your clothes and then looks at his own clothes. He says, "So if you were to disappear, who's the next of kin who would notice that you were gone? How long?"
Pardon me, sir. I think it is time I should exit this conversation, as on page 3, sub-6, paragraph 7 of the handbook, it says not to talk to strangers. You are, pardon my French, very strange. So I'm going to start backing away very slowly.
Make a roll of sly.
Oh, God, I've got no sly. Let's see.
Oh, better nothing than a penalty, so.
Roll, geez. 7.
7. Well, that's a slip away, but with a complication. So, you will escape, but of course, you are so nervous at this strange person looking at you and sizing you up in your clothes that you will bump into, of course, a bookshelf, which will then fall over and hit another bookshelf, which will then fall over and hit in the Dewey Decimal System. Of course, we have the next book of dominoes, and of course the next one after that, which is Domino Theory, and the next one after that is the large display of world's tallest display of dominoes, and then next to that will be House of Cards exhibition.
Oh God.
Hardly. This will all crash and make a horrible noise, and you will injure yourself in the process, taking one lump.
Oh no, Dewey Decimal, I've failed you. I take my lumps if there's some kind of mechanical. Think about
the ghost of Thomas Dewey says no. It is you who is Okay, and when you look up when you dust off the debris and look up, the mysterious jackal is gone.
I would say that Hardly kind of takes if I'm found here, I'm going to get in trouble, and he kind of skedaddles off to the stadium to meet up with everyone else.
So, meanwhile, Alec and Wilford, and for some reason Jordy, have wandered off to the stadium. Welcome to Ruckerberg Stadium. This weekend, Ruckerberg Irregulars versus Carcosa Knights. And there's another sign outside the front that says, it says days without a phantom-related killing, and there's a number next to it that says 147. It's been crossed out, and the number 2 has been written there. When you try to get past the security gate, there is a bored-looking large rat woman with a metal detector wand. Says, "Hold on, no one gets in here. No one, no how."
Football.
Hold it. I have a pass.
Yeah, a likely story.
I show them the pass.
She looks at the pass up and down and says, "Oh, right. Well, this is a most access pass. It will give you access to anywhere except the forbidden area."
So I was told. Now, excuse me, I have some investigating to do.
Okay, are these weirdos with you?
Yes, and there'll be one more weird. Yes, and there'll be one more. A possum named Hardly. He's with.
Hardly? Well, hold on. You've got the pass, so let me go ahead and stamp your friends here. All right, who holds still to be stamped?
I love stamps. It washes out, right?
Okay, Wilford, you are stamped. Well, she holds up this little wooden mallet and smacks you in the forehead with it. It causes 1 lump of damage, but also gives you 1 laugh.
Yay!
You now have a big UV-coated paint pentagram embedded in your forehead.
I look at the pentagram and go, "Oh boy."
What about you, Jordy?
I'll pass.
You can't get in the stadium without a pass.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna turn around. Say, Alec, let me see your pass real quick.
You're not gonna take it, are you?
No, I promise I'm not gonna take it.
I hand it to Alec.
Okay.
You are Alec.
No. Alec hands it to Jordy. Jordy, you have the pass. You can get in now and dish these looters.
No, I'm just gonna take my magic pencil and.
Yep, you'll take your magic art and attempt to copy it.
Yeah.
I believe that's a roll of your zany, isn't it?
It is a roll of, yes, my zany.
Right, and remember you could have rearranged your stats as long as they all add up to plus
well, it's already +2. My zany is +2.
Right, because you're good at this. Okay, that is enough to make a pass. Actually, like all you really do is you just kind of copy and just write down, But of course, when you write the pass down, you write down, you put this is a genuine pass, 100% real, and just like a little like scribble of the hologram. It doesn't look anything like a most access pass. But when you show it to the guard, he goes, and lets you in.
And of course, I'll put on there access to the forbidden area.
Access to the forbidden area. Well, she'll raise an eyebrow at that. It's like an all access pass. She's just gonna shudder.
Of course,
I
I know the owner.
I suppose it's your funeral. Why? I remember the last time I saw an all access pass. And she'll pause and look up at the sky.
All right, guys, I think we should just go now.
I think we'll leave her to her dream sequence over there.
Yeah,
quickly before the world
Yeah.
becomes doodly doos.
Yeah.
We escape the crumbling foundations of the world behind us to enter the stadium.
You will succeed. The Chimp Bowl itself is a giant stadium that for some reason looks like that kind of 1970s potato chip bowl. You know, it's like avocado green and has like an orange and yellow pattern on the outside of it that you think might be floral, or maybe it's abstract. Who can really tell? I don't know. But then it's got a giant stadium.
Well, might as well look in box offices, concession stands.
Yep. So there's the usual concession stands, sponsored by Komodo Loco. Sadly, there's nobody here to.
Well, this ghost hates football, so maybe if we play a game of football, it'll lure out the ghost.
Yeah, there are people out there on the stadium ironing the grass.
As you do.
Yep, and some of them painting each individual blade to make sure it's right green. Like there's one guy there with who paints a blade of grass and he holds up to the next guy who has one of those swatches. Like paint swatches, so you make sure it's the right color. And then he hands up to the next guy who actually has a light meter who tests it to make sure the sRGB aligns correctly. Then someone else measures to make sure it's the right length, and they put that one blade in, and then they start doing the next one.
Yikes.
Yes, and but unfortunately, a rough-looking dog will come by and say, "What are you doing here? You have to keep off the grounds. Each one of these blades has to be precisely measured. This is for a game of football, the most precisely engineered sport ever invented."
That's what I'm here for, football. Yeah.
Really? You look a little small, scrawny, and stupid to play football.
But I got fan uniforms and everything. I brought my finger. He just waves his foam finger around.
Ah! Well, he's got a foam finger, so I think he's legitimate. He also gets a laugh point for that.
Got it?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm the groundskeeper, Meistergrounder. So, I suppose you're not here about the unpleasantness, are you?
Oh, that's exactly what we're here for.
Ah! I can't talk about that. It's too unpleasant and too soon. Perhaps you'd rather talk about the stupid fandom business instead.
Wait. What's the unpleasant business?
Ah!
It's unspeakable.
Can you hum about it?
No.
How about a show tune?
No,
maybe to the key of Weber.
The painter. Oh God.
And now we're a musical.
Man, I knew I was gonna have to sing. I can sing. No, I can't, so I'm not going to. I didn't have any parity measures. Anyway, no, the Meistergrounder is gonna break down and cry, and the grass measurer is gonna say, "Oh, look what you've done to him! He's a shattered man. You've undone hours of therapy." It's all we can do to concentrate on making sure the grass is finally prepared for, even though we don't think anyone's going to come to the game because of the phantom of the sports stadium.
Yes. You said that there was a box there. Where
Oh, right, the box seat. I can tell you everything. As the grass measurer, I have the inside connection to every part of this stadium. I'm very well connected.
So
But I'm not
where's
sure. I'm not sure I can bring myself to tell you about it. Do you have any skills or abilities that can convince me to give you coherent information?
it's like let's. I have scheming.
Okay, well, yeah, scheming's your best. So, like, out of your, of your gimmicks, scheming, yeah, you can use your scheming move on him if you want to, because I think that is your best move.
Yeah, it is. Let's see here. Nine.
All right.
Okay, that means I either give up or choose one from below or did. Okay, let's see here. It's like, okay, I try to pull something out to make him talk. Like give him something give him something to you. Like, I'll give you this, and if you tell me what it is, a mundane item.
Okay. So you start going through your pockets and offering values. Lifesaver. You're a real lifesaver, he says, and then eats it.
So about the skybox.
Yeah, right up there, box 7E. He points up there, and shows off like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's the 7th box. But the 7th box, because I don't know if you've ever seen those fancy box seats they have at sports stadiums. But the 7th one is covered with the ruins of a giant chandelier. It's the darndest thing. It just fell on it, killing everyone inside.
Why does they have a shit? I'll check it out.
I don't know.
The chandelier
Yeah,
that
I
large
don't know
fell
either.
on top of it.
Especially because we're an open air stadium. They look up at the sky.
Yeah, it doesn't really match the rest of the decor. I'll check it.
I know. I said it was madness to try and install a chandelier. We should be using these giant overhead lights. They have them. They're like, sodium powered, big and bright. And they said, no. Chandelier all the way. It's classy. Well, that's what football needs. It needs to be classy so we get an upscale crowd. And then this tragedy. Oh, it's so soon. Oh, I can't do it.
Wilford will just give him a comforting pat as he starts breaking down. There. At least they aren't making them wear suits yet.
There's a rumor that there's somebody who he wanted to see he was mad at some of the players, like the way they were set up to field the game. I don't really understand much of it, but the rumor is that he stalks this very stadium and is going to sabotage tonight's game.
Wait, I thought it was tomorrow.
Oh, wait. Tomorrow, tonight. Time
it's a
is
double
fungible.
feature.
Let me see. Wait, hold on. He taps Jordy. Let me see your script.
All right, pull it out of my back pocket.
Flip. Nope, game's tonight. You obviously must have got an old retcon version of the script.
Yeah, reading over his shoulder. I point. Yeah, he says right here.
I check it out. It's like,
oh, and he looks at the Q ratings, and then he'll give the script back to Jordy and give Jordy a reassuring hug. Good luck.
Well, let's check out the skybox.
Okay. Around this time, Hardley will show up at the stadium.
Guys! Oh my gosh! I tell you, I had a real library adventure. Like you don't even know. This was more exciting that time I found that second edition print of The Taming of the Shrew, which is a book I should read.
All books are World to Adventure, so I'm glad you had a great time.
Was it better than that Macaulay Culkin movie?
Pick you up and start carrying you with them.
What? No, I don't mean. Well, you are correct. Every bit of literary experience is a new adventure. But
Alec, calm down.
Wait, you're Alec.
I'm sorry.
Is this a new gag?
No. It's like Hardly, calm down. Did you find anything about the?
He takes out an inhaler and goes. I did. There was a book and a man who wanted my weight for some reason. Okay, there was a book, and apparently the stadium is built on top of a massive grave for 80 million some odd people, and this soldier guy, Beauregard something or other, he said that if a sports stadium was built on top of that grave, it would be the single most insulting worst thing ever. And that seems to be exactly what happened, and a bit of narrative contrivance Stephanie Mayer would be proud of.
Yeah.
But football
Yeah,
is the happiest and greatest sport to ever occur. How could that possibly be insulting?
Well, actually, football has been shown to cause concussions in 90% of players who play for more than a year.
That's nonsense. I played football during high school and I turned out pretty. Oh, what's that? That cloud looks really nice. Oh,
My point.
I just stare at him. It's like, well, at least we have a lead. On to
Onwards, upwards. I can help.
Wait, you say you play football?
back in high school,
Yes. Hello.
I got kicked off for too many fouls.
A strange lizard person will say, kicked off for too many fouls. Wait. Let's see. And you say you don't have any evidence of a concussion? How many fingers am I holding up?
What? And Wilford just like puts up his own hand and starts trying to count the one hoof he has.
Oh, perfect. 2 left feet. That means you can go ahead and execute the Jinkies Robinson maneuver with no problem.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Coach Raoul, the coach of the Ruckerberger Regulars.
Oh wow! Can I have your autograph?
Um,
And I'll just like go ahead and like pull out like a spare jersey.
well, got $20?
Do I? And I'll just go start fishing for my wallet, and it's empty again.
Look, kid, I know a way you can make $20. You could become a professional football player.
Oh wow, that's like 20 times the amount we're getting paid to do this stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. What you want to be is in professional sports. See, I've got a problem where some of my team were so spooked by the idea of this death threat that's going to go ahead and kill all the players that they didn't show up. But you did. That means you've got moxie
Yeah!
and gumption.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And football! And I hold up hardly.
What? I what? No.
Now it's been
Wilford?
established since 1978 that we no longer use possum skin footballs.
What? I have so many questions.
All of our balls are ethically sourced.
I don't think I like this city very much.
Yeah, so go ahead and put them down.
Alright.
So you look like just the kind of person to go ahead and help us win this game. This if we can win this against the Carcosa Knights, we won't advance to the standings at all because this is an exhibition game.
Oh man, that sounds incredibly important.
It's the
I'd love to
most
help.
important game of my career. Nay, your career. All I need you to do is
I
sign
can
this
have a
contract.
career. Oh, absolutely. Let me get my blood pen. Everything in
Excellent.
Elberry Junction is signed with blood pens.
What?
Um,
Especially the contractually binding.
Yeah, well, of course it's contractually binding. It's sports. Hey, what about you, kid?
What?
He'll poke Jordy.
He's with me.
Oh,
Am I?
hey, well, yeah, you're all. How'd you all like to be football players? Huh? That $20 goes a long way. He says, rubbing his finger.
I'm pretty sure I'm not old enough to play regulation football. Also, I'm 110 pounds, not like my weight class.
So
115 for me. So when are we going down? And we try to.
you can
I grab
easily
her.
be a defensive linebacker. Why?
What? I don't. That's like the worst thing I could possibly. be.
I grab hold of
Which one
Val
us is
and
the
we.
coach here? I don't see you carrying a little whistle around.
I grab hold of Hardly and we try to run out of there.
You go ahead. Well, getting out of here is usually a sly roll.
Well, I could help out with this roll. Did you already roll?
Oh, no, I'm not
not
rolling. I've got my own thing to do.
And
Okay.
you guys can both roll. Like, you guys can both roll.
Okay.
To be safe.
Well, I
the
could-
tag along can actually help anyone else's roll, so you guys can
Okay.
try to escape. What about you, Jordy? You want to sign up for football?
Let me see that contract.
Yes. It is a impenetrable football contract.
Right.
Unfortunately, all the text on it is basically scanned and clipped from a newspaper article that's totally unrelated because this is a cartoon. You're not supposed to be looking at it this finely.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull out my pencil again. And I'm just going to take the eraser to a bunch of lines of the football contract.
Go ahead and make a zany roll.
I failed, but the Caudle did okay.
True, I did.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Well, the two of you in your mad rush to get out, and to avoid being signed onto football, Caudle will lead you down an escape route, but unfortunately, Alec will find a stray piece of gum, and your shoe will get caught on it.
More like my foot. I don't wear shoes.
Well, suddenly a shoe appears and your foot's stuck inside that.
Your foot gets caught on it, and you trip and you fall down the stairs, and then you think, oh man, wait, if I wore shoes, this wouldn't have happened. Maybe that's where gumshoe comes from. So, unfortunately, Alec, you'll suffer 1 lump for not wearing gumshoes.
And Hardly peeks down the stairs. It's like, sorry, sir. I thought you were wearing proper footwear, sir. You know, it's very important for safety, sir.
A janitor will appear and put down one of those yellow signs that says, like caution.
Caution
gum.
sticky.
You really should have done that earlier.
Caution sticky.
Do you need any help getting back up the stairs, sir?
No. I'm fine. Hardly. Let's go to the skybox.
Okay.
But is your finger supposed to bend that way, sir? I'm kind of worried about that, sir.
Don't worry. I'm fine. The skybox. That guy who's. I think of the.
And Coach.
I think of the.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, Coach Raul is just going to shake his head. See, stairs, way more dangerous than football. Anyway, give me back this contract.
Well,
Jordy,
no.
How did you change the contract?
I put in a really thick legal jargon that the undersigned agrees to take the name of the contract giver, so that my name will now become Coach Raul, or whatever his name is, and that he will now agree to take my name of Jordy Viril.
Wait, so I don't have to be the coach anymore? It's a deal! And he'll take the hat. First, he'll rip your shirt off of your body.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
And then he'll take his own hat and put it on you. And then for some reason, he puts the polo shirt on you after he puts the hat on. So it's a little painful, and it hangs the whistle. All right. Good luck coaching this loser team. I'm out of here. Sweet blissful release of death. I welcome you. And he runs away.
Wilford just kind of looks over at Jordy and go, "You're still gonna pay me $20, right?"
The coach will.
You're the coach.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I'm telling him, the guy who's relishing in his own idiocy, that he will get paid $20 by the coach. Yes.
Well,
I understand that. Well, he's asking me the question. I'm pulling the script back out to make sure it still says that Jordy Viril is going to die.
Right. But of course, when you pull that out, suddenly, of course, a hippopotamus, an elephant, and a bull, 3 large guys in uniform will say, well, it's going to pay all of us $20. The coach always pays us. You're the coach, right? Say all 3 of them moving over.
At this point, Hardly will come in and says, men, sirs, is not the greatest pay a game played in good faith and sportsmanship?
They'll just kind of blink and go, football!
Football!
All right, let's go ahead and get you in the showers.
I'm going to avoid that.
Well, they're going to grab Wilford. Wilford's on the team.
Okay.
Yeah, team shower.
Yeah, team shower. Oh, this is a kid's cartoon, right?
Yeah, I'll just take the whistle, I'll blow it.
A bunch of fine mist all over the place and nothing is seen ever.
Yeah,
just pure white.
Blow the whistle as they all get carried off to the shower.
Okay, Alec, your phone will ring.
Okay. Hardly come over here and boop. It's like.
Nope. Hardly produces your phone from his pocket and hands it to you.
Yep. Hey, sorry. This is Rod the Man. Have you solved this stupid Phantom Menace yet?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, sir, I've been this. But I'll get down to the bottom of this soon enough.
Good. I've been trying to solve the problem on my own. I keep Googling Phantom Menace. All these stupid YouTube videos show up of fat nerds who have nothing useful to say to solve my problem. Ah, internet. Stupid fad.
Hey, online discourse around media is very important for a healthy debate around the artistic integrity of it.
Listen, you punks. You better solve my problem or I'll give you some discourse up that possum tail of yours.
Oh, well,
I have
I'm more
powerful friends in this town. I work in sport entertainment.
I'm more prepped than Punk, but okay.
Don't correct me.
But you're incorrect so often.
I don't need this. I'm going to go ahead and reposition all my players to be in really bad made-for-TV movies.
Don't listen to him, Hardly. We can handle
worry.
this case.
Don't worry, I'm hardly bothered. When
Okay, you get a laugh for that.
Yeah.
Try not to make a habit out of that.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in the locker room. Sorry. By the way, the camera will pan around and will show that the stadium is starting to fill up. But unfortunately, the security guard is still lost in her flashback. It's like a really good flashback. For those days when I was young, my salad days when I was carefree. Oh, yes, Enrico. I regret everything. I miss you so much. And she's so distracted in her own flashback that people are just walking through the metal detector. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Guy's bringing in like a sword. Guy brings in an AK-47. Guy brings in a plasma rifle in the 40-watt range. Buzz.
I think I have to show up there, seeing as I'm now the coach, and I feel like I have to deal with these things.
Not the security. You're in the locker room with your football team, the Ruckerberg Irregulars.
Oh yeah, I guess it's time for an inspiring speech.
Yeah, inspire us, coach. There's a chalkboard next to you that has a bunch of X's and O's on it.
Yeah. Looking out at everybody, I guess everyone's taking a knee with their stuff on. They're getting ready to get out there and win us a game. And I'm like, and you'll be looking back on this day 40 years from now, balding and incontinent, remembering your glory days and how your kids don't appreciate you anymore. And god damn it, Coach Ricardo, or whatever the hell his name was, had a horrible life, and now I have it.
Woo! What our kids ever do for us? We gave them the best years of our lives. Woo!
Woo! Future nostalgia.
Can you go ahead and make a cool roll to try and inspire us?
I have a 0 cool, so that should work. No, I don't think I'd hear. I think that just leads to me having a breakdown. Because now I realize that this coach really had the Al Bundy life, and now I've approached it.
Yep, everybody starts to cry. Life is so pointless. I've wasted everything. I suffered all that head trauma for nothing. Also, I suffered all that head trauma for nothing.
And don't forget about that head trauma.
What? I have head trauma? No!
At least I'll forget about the head trauma.
At least,
What head trauma?
At least I don't have head trauma. Can we at least have helmets this time, sir?
We only have those thick leather ones.
We only
We'll have it on top of his horns.
Yeah, I can't get it over my horns. Well, if we only have the one helmet, I guess we'll have to.
I'm sorry, kids. All we could afford was the Halloween costume helmets.
Ooh, mine still has candy in it. Okay, that's a laugh for you, Jordy.
Get out there and win me a game.
Now, you only have one named character in your team, which is Wilford. You're the coach, so what position is Wilford gonna play?
Quarterback, of course.
Quarterback it is. All right. So I guess. All right. So the stadium is filling up, and the game is about to start. Jordy and Wilford are going to be marched out in the field. Hardly and Alec, what are you guys going to do?
It's like, well, the skybox is going to be filled by now. I guess there is one place we have to go to, and I go to Hardly and go, the Forbidden.
The Forbidden. That's where villainous, vile, vociferous people tend to hide their secrets in forbidden places. I'm excited. And he takes out his magnifying glass.
Okay, well, yeah. So, I guess we go past yeah, unfortunately, in order to get, you'll find a door that is labeled, forbidden, but there's a long line of people to get in.
Oh.
Who are these people?
Well, we're waiting online for the women's room.
I don't think this is the woman's room, madam.
Ah, that explains everything. They will dissipate, and now you're left with the forbidden door.
Nice
What?
job, Hardly.
Thank you. I try my best to help.
And
Yeah. Now,
and-
unfortunately, the forbidden door is locked.
okay, and I try to take out some, pockets, and I have a lockpick with me.
Make a scheming roll.
I will roll to help that.
Right, and Hardly will help.
And I say, okay, don't worry, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I'm flashing back to all these Hardy Boys, where it's, no, if we tape a hair to the door, we'll know if anyone's gone through it. It's like, why does this even matter? Why am I reading a Hardy Boys book?
Oh, I'm sorry, I typed it wrong. I rolled 2d6 plus 6 instead of 2.
Well, but we can see you rolled a 1 and a 7, so that adds to 2. That's an 8. So what does an 8 get you on your list, Caudle?
My 8 on my list. 1 second. On my list, that gets me. Friend takes +1 forward, so he gets +1.
Right. So Alec, you get +1.
Yep. So that's still 6.
That's still a 6, which I don't think is good enough to get a lockpick. Do you want to spend a laugh and get +3 to the roll, or do you want to be stymied by the forbidden door?
I don't have a laugh.
Oh, you don't? Here, have a laugh. I should have given everybody at least one laugh by this point. Now, do you want to spend that to open the door?
Yes, spend it to open the door.
All right.
There will be complication.
There will be complications. You will go ahead and open the door. There is a long, for some reason, even though this is like a really nice, modern-looking stadium, the doors themselves are cut out of rough stone, and descend into the catacombs, where there are large stone arches over the watery canals.
I will say that
the stadium.
I will say that from his backpack, Hardly pulls out, for some reason, an oddly Elizabethan-looking candle holder and a match, and he holds it like a Scooby-Doo cartoon as they descend.
Really? I think the torch is like, okay, let's. Okay,
it's not a torch; it's a candle on a candle.
Okay, right, candle. All right, okay, be sure.
You're about to descend into the spooky darkness. This is going to require a cool roll from both of you as you descend to the spooky catacombs beneath the sports stadium.
I have no cool because oh wow, 12 and 7.
Caudle, make a note that you have the heebies.
Oh no.
This might get worse if you get the GBs, but you only have the heebies for right now.
Right,
Meanwhile, Alec is totally excited as you descend.
Isn't this great? Is this great? I mean, why is there? I mean, why would there be a an old catacomb and a modern theme? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just kind of scared. This is a little more frightening than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm just gonna stick very close to you. It's fine.
Wait, what's that? Suddenly, the camera turns into a POV shot and zooms in on both of you and your horrified expressions as we cut to commercial.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
I don't even know what they advertise on like
Komodo
Nickelodeon these
logo
days or
now.
whatever.
You got
Komodo logo.
Like, hello kids, play Bakugan.
Yes, Bakugan. It's like marbles, only they're action figures. They break. Throw them at each other. Throw them at your friends. Throw them at your sister. Throw them hard enough to leave a bruise. It's Bakugan.
And now we're back.
Best idea. And of course, we're gonna like go back to the well, yes, here we are. Welcome the announcements here for the Ruckerberg Games, Ruckerberg regulars of the Carcosa Knights. I'm Harold Sports Interviews, where I'm going ahead and calling the game from a remote location, as I am nowhere near the stadium. It's been rumored that the horrible fandom is going to go ahead and curse everyone and murder them all. So I'm just going to be guessing what's going on in today's game, which is pretty much the same as being there anyway. I understand that Coach Raul is trying an interesting lineup with his new frontman, Wilfred Waffle. Here are his year-to-date stats. Yards ran 0,
Shows
passes
up with
made
like
0.
20 yards, scores like absolutely
No, they're all
0,
they're all
fouls
zeros.
287.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And safeties made 3, which we're pretty sure is a clerical error.
I think
All
if
right.
you'd allow, I'd like there be a bit of noise off camera, and hey, how'd you get here? And then Jordy takes a seat next to him.
Mm-hmm. We're here with Coach Raul. Coach Raul. So it looks like you pretty much like had a good Christmas dinner or 3.
What are you talking about?
You put on some weight and
I've
shed all your
lost a lot of
scales.
weight.
Oh, well, the camera adds 10 pounds. Anyway, Coach Raul, what do you think about this entire horrible threat?
I don't put much weight in it myself. I think my boys will do just a fine time tonight on the field.
Oh, that's certainly full of enthusiasm. But what do you think of putting in your new quarterback, Wilfred Waffle, whose stats are, I think some people will call them pathetic?
Have you ever seen him play in high school football, boy?
Not since the restraining order, no.
Exactly, and neither has anybody else, and that is my secret weapon tonight.
Well, you heard it here first. Coach Raul, who apparently turned into a strange Southern man. His new affectation accent might be able to improve his Q ratings for his character and make him an enduring role in the show instead of just a bit player that we all thought he was destined to be.
Not gonna die tonight!
That's the spirit, Coach Raul. And I'd be rooting for you if I hadn't already bet for the Carcosa Knights to win by a 17-point spread.
You do what you gotta do.
Well, I'm a compulsive gambler and inveterate, which is why I'm stuck here in this dead-end job in the city with all the rest of you. All right, so who wants to see some more? I believe they're taking the field. Everyone pause for the Ruckerbird anthem. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I thought it would be like the incoherent screaming of pipes from afar.
No, sorry, we couldn't book that person to perform. That might also.
Oh yeah, he's busy controlling the rest of the universe, so never mind, I guess.
I was going to try and do an atonal version of the Resident Evil theme, but I don't know what that is.
So really, in the end, the tone didn't matter, did it?
Yeah, no. Well, I don't have a banjo for the Silent Hill, but of course. All right, and now the game will start as soon as we can pass the coin flip. But unfortunately, when they flip the coin, it has to land on its side. So they'll flip another coin, and that one will land on its side. And then they'll flip it again, and it will land on its side.
Wilford will, of course, from a distance, just try blowing in that direction.
Make a zany roll, Wilford.
Yeah. Doop-a-doo. Hey, and 8 might be a little low.
It's good enough. The coin will eventually fall over. That's unusual to have 3 coin flips all landing on their side. If I was a superstitious man, I'd say it's a portentous omen of things to come. But anyway, congratulations. The Carcosans get the kickoff. Meanwhile, below the catacombs, it's going to be Hardly and Alec and the cameraman, who says, "Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. I gotta take this camera upstairs to go ahead and film the game."
When did he get here? Let's continue.
Union rules, he says, and walks away.
So we continue down. Continue.
Yes. Okay. You're trying to investigate, and try to look for clues. So I guess that'd be a sharp roll from you guys.
All right. I actually have +1 sharp. Huzzah!
Okay.
It's my only plus.
Nah, but now Hardly has to figure out if they want to assist or if they want to roll on their own.
Well, I will assist that so we can avoid consequences. So that's I think it's plus my laugh, so that's 2d6 plus my 2 laughs.
Yep.
11. So that you get +1 forward, making that an 8.
Okay. Oh, you can't pick something. Well, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, so you'll make that an 8.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if you had something special for 10 or better. I'd have to look.
Wait, let me check. You may be correct. Let's see.
You are.
10 plus. Yes,
Yep.
I get +3.
All right, so that's your roll into a 10. All right, good planning. Yes. Well, it turns out that this stadium, of course, was built on top of another stadium, which was built on top of another stadium, because welcome to America, where we keep building sports stadiums all the time. And of course, underneath it, the canals have filled up, which may explain why the phantom of the sports stadium can pass unnoticed. In fact, I guess we're going to have to hear some classical violins mixed with some modern electrical guitars to make a musical that both sounds classic yet contemporary style.
Now that's what I call Weber.
Volume 17.
Right, and of course there has to be somebody down here in a gondola who's going ahead and pushing along, the shadowy figure that the two of you, I guess, will kind of like hang back. Remember, Hardly has the heebies, but not the jeebies. And yes, it is indeed a figure wearing a top hat and a mask that covers his face, and he sings a beautiful song that is a parody of Weber, but it's atonal and has hacky rhymes. We blame Jordy for this.
Should we approach, sir? Should we say hello, sir? What should we do, sir?
I say we look from a distance. See if this guy's
So you cowardly observe from a distance. Alec, what was your catchphrase again?
I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Pretty sure I know it. Right, so he would sing this big song, and we would call in a guest artist for it. I'm not going to embarrass him. But yes, he'll take those, and of course he will land his gondola at the landing, because there's a landing, and then flourish his cape, and then look, and you can see that despite the fact that we keep talking about what a hideous, twisted creature is, half of his face looks exactly like Norman Rafferty's. He's handsome and gorgeous! And the other half, of course, is covered by a mask.
Gasp! Sir, this random gondola driver is really handsome and gorgeous.
That's a laugh point for you. Anybody else want to say nice things about me?
Oh, God, we got the Gerard Butler.
No laughs for you!
It's funny how Alec didn't say that last time he saw you.
Okay, so meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and go back to the football stadium. The crowd is the stadium is packed to capacity. It is so full that people have to cling to the outside of the stadium walls or sit on each other's shoulders just to see this event. This is a gross violation of the fire code. Why is no one sitting here counting and observing to make sure that they're taking tickets and keeping too many people from coming in? And meanwhile, of course, she's still in her flashback. The security is still in flashback at the front gate. So we'll go back to Coach Raul. All the guys are looking at you. What kind of play do you want to call first?
Actually, I never came back from the announcement stand. I'm staying there and letting the team run itself. My quarterback is the leader of the team. God damn it!
Well,
yeah.
But curious enough, you're here anyway because the script calls for it.
Oh, damn it!
So what's the play, Coach?
It's a drop back 46 9er. Wilford, you know what that means.
Requires 2 left feet. Only I can pull that one off.
That's right.
All right, break.
Yeah.
Wilford, what abilities do you have useful in being a quarterback?
Well, I am both incredibly naive and have bizarre supernatural powers of a monster. So, which one do I want to use here? Because one of them just gives other people bonuses, so I might have to just rely on being a big monster.
Right. The Carcosan, your team is comprised of a motley crew of people who showed up that day. Whereas the Carcosan Knights are a bunch of featureless people all in helmets. Their outfits are kind of a silver that sort of glows with a luminescence that can't quite be explained, and their faces are shrouded in darkness, and they have 2 glowing eyes beneath their helmets.
And what's with their coach, the one with the yellow mask over there? Weird, huh?
Very strange. Yes, their coach who just makes a gesture and no one speaks, and they all just kind of line up in the stadium. A line.
Players that all know their parts.
That would be foreboding. So, I guess, Wilford, you want to try and play this with your monstrousness?
Yeah, I have nothing to fear but myself, so I'm going to be a big monster and just literally trample straight through them.
All right, go ahead and make a monstrousness roll.
All right, that is a zany. That's a 6. I'm going to pop a laugh on it so that I get a 9.
All right. So Wilford, what do quarterbacks do? They call it a bunch of nonsensical numbers?
Yeah, 37, 2, another 2, one of those squiggly 6s, hike.
All right, so they snap you the ball, and you start to run. This is amazing. They're actually trying a running play, and of course the Knights will hurl themselves at you, plowing into you, and I guess this is when you have 2 left feet, but you also have like a tentacle, right?
2 left feet, probably some kind of tentacle at this point, hidden underneath the foam one.
Yeah. Brah! So I guess you could describe the monstrous way you break the line.
Well, it's at this point that everyone realizes that maybe I tower a little bit more than twice over everyone, perhaps growing nearly on the spot. Huge horns just facing down, and now it's probably realized why I have so many fouls.
Oh, it's unspeakable! This line of incomprehensible, horrific apparitions from beyond the pale, now struggling against this tentacled monster.
And here it is, just barreling through people, toppling them side to side as they scream in pain and agony.
While they also cling, rending his flesh,
and then the horrible sound emanating from it, football!
Yeah, dripping from the wounds. This unspeakable atrocity in the eyes is sponsored by Komodo Loco. Komodo Loco, if you drink enough of it, you might just forget this ever happened. The good news is Wilford will actually take the ball all the way to the end zone. Woo! That's 6 points for us. Unfortunately, you will suffer a lump in the process.
Yep, turns out going meat first into a big wall of meat, not exactly healthy.
Wow, that was an unspeakable tragedy that will haunt us to our darkest nightmares. So, Coach Raul, do you want to, for the extra point, do you want to kick it or run it?
Run it.
No!
Here's the problem, though, is I've got my own secret weapon.
Okay. That's a running play. Wilford, you're the quarterback. I need you to make a tough roll.
Oh, boy. Fortunately, I'm slightly tough, but oh no, it's a 6. I might want to pop another laugh just to make sure I get through this.
For a 2-point completion?
Oh, you might be right. Well, I don't actually know the rules of football, and neither does Wilford. But, so,
Okay.
yeah, let's just go with the 6 then.
Yeah, this is just for the completion. All right, so no, you are in fact buried underneath it's kind of like, let's go ahead and run it. Like, okay, and then, Wilford goes.
Well, my plan here was actually to pull out something else.
Oh, what's that?
You know how... This is why I was going to do this from the sports announcement booth, because it would make more sense there. But you know how John Madden is always writing out the X's and the O's and all that shit, right? All that stuff, sorry.
you'll just run back to the announcer's booth and go, "Ha! Fire this up."
Yeah, let me tell you about what's about to happen here, John. You see all these little lines on the end of the map screen, you know? And he's gonna start drawing. He's gonna pull out his pens and start drawing on the board.
Well, go ahead and make a roll for that. Now, see, the plan is take the ball and run it to the end zone. And for some reason, I have to draw this because you guys can't seem to conceive of just a ball in the end zone.
Right. He's circling all the X's. He's drawing lines with arrows that point off to the sides and everything. And it all looks like people being shoved one way or the other. But my picture here is on the field. The people are moving in the way that he's drawing it. So there's these people just being pushed one way or the other, screaming their heads off in fear.
Yes. I don't know why he drew that. Well, I have no idea why Coach Rowell has drawn this horrible spectacle for the people to see. But it apparently is successful, and they get a completion, so it's now 8-0. Meanwhile, Alec and Hardley, you saw the Phantom theatrically go up the stairs. What are Alec and Hardley going to do about it?
I feel we should ask some questions. Maybe he's friendly. Maybe he's on our side. I don't know. We can figure it out.
A friendly Phantom.
Yeah, it's alliteration. It's my favorite.
Okay. We'll check it out. By the way, we'll check. Okay, we'll check him.
To confront the Phantom, I require a tough roll because he is one spooky guy.
Oh no.
I'm screwed.
Okay.
You both must roll your tough.
Okay.
I like how both of you say, "Oh no, we'll confront a really spooky guy. This is the best idea we've ever had."
11.
You'll get over your heebies, Hardly, and confront the Phantom.
All right. You scary guy. I'm confronting you. You are so confronted.
I'm
Hi.
not scary. I have presence.
Well, presence can be a positive or negative reflection depending on the context and person you're speaking with, sir.
Don't speak to me about moral ambiguity.
I will speak
I
to
was
you.
Ambiguous before you even had an idea what that word meant.
Probably because you're a lot older than me. I can tell by your face. Now tell us what we need to know.
Why, yes, I am a seasoned veteran of the theater. Before nature has cursed me, I look worse than Geordie.
Somewhere, Jordy's ears get warm.
Hey.
But why are you haunting these hallowed halls?
Yeah, why are you haunting them?
Why? Let me tell you of the tragic. For years now, people. He would sing this, but guys, my throat already hurts.
No,
yeah, for years, people have thought they knew how to play the game of football, and I've been instructing them, precisely how it should be. It should be coordinated, graceful, a ballet, a musical number. As beautiful as watching people pretend to be trains and rollerblading around the stage. It could be poetry. It could be opera. But no! They've refused to listen to my ideas. And they've made a mockery of this. They've made it something debased and low. I'll bring class to this. I'll make it once again the sport of kings. And you will not stop me.
So if I'm to get this straight, and sir, tell me if I'm wrong, you're pretending to be a ghost and haunting this football stadium because you want to turn football into like a roller derby musical opera?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds silly when you say it like that, but if you sing, everything sounds better when you sing. People accuse my song, and I'm going to repeat the same lines over and over again.
Okay.
It's a leitmotif.
A leitmotif.
I'd explain it to you, but you wouldn't understand.
I know what a leitmotif is. Sir, what do we do now?
A leitmotif.
Well, you've heard too much. Now, observe. I have a cane and a sword. I've been trying to put the sword in the cane, but it doesn't quite fit. So I'm just going to stab you with the sword.
Sir?
Duck!
Okay.
What do you do when he threatens you with a sword?
I guess things have gotten dicey.
Well, things are already dicey because that's why I
Okay.
make rolls. Well, the things I can think of is you could flee because you are cartoon characters in a stupid investigation, or you could attempt a grudge match with me.
Sir, do we stay and fight like Errol Flynn, or do we flee like the other kinds of people I can't think of right now because I'm scared. Yeah.
I was first in fencing at theatrical college. Haha.
All
Alec,
right.
it's your call.
I'll confront. I've been trying to find some, real good monsters, but no, it always has to be guys in masks and suits, and I'm getting tired of it. Hardly hand me a sword.
Hardly reaches into his backpack and he's like, "Well, the Boy Scout handbook says we're not supposed to carry weapons, but I have this very large stick I thought was neat." And he hands you a large stick.
This'll do. And on guard.
How that you? Make a grudge roll, Alec. What is your grudge move?
Roll plus cringing. Roll plus 2. Roll plus
Cringing. Oh, this will be hilarious. This isn't good theater.
No, I'm just relieving some stress right now.
Yes. I'm much better than Gerard Butler. Oh my God.
Not in the face, you avoid damage.
Yeah.
No, so the two of you will strike a pose, and you'll be lit by the water, by the reflection of the water as you stand there on the spiral, half spiral staircase that for some reason goes over this. Yes, and sword and stick clash. Ching ching. Yes. This apparently goes on for like
for as long as the dramatic music that was made for the scene.
yes, during which, of course, they'll have to have the halftime show, the never tedious and always exciting halftime show. Where I guess we'll have to have the top rock music acts. I know popular music. So I guess it's like Will.i.am. He's still popular, right?
Well, no, now it's Will I Is.
Will.i is okay. Yeah, his non-union.
Soon to be Will I Was.
Will.i was. Yeah, there we go. And music. And of course, yeah, you guys will go back and forth. In a stalemate game. But of course, Jordy is up there, like in the booth, thinking, I'm so smug. I figured out how to write on this whiteboard. But unfortunately, Jordy, you thought you could fool everyone, but you couldn't fool this other guy who's in the booth with you.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's the mysterious, silent, well-dressed jackal fellow. And you say, you thought you could fool me, Jordy.
My name's not Jordy, it's Raoul.
Oh, yeah, you can just keep telling yourself that, he says as he screws the silencer onto his pistol. My employer's, my employers, the Q rating service, can't be fooled by your simple tactics. Or you may have fooled the ignorant flyover public in their states, but you can't fool me. I'm a professional character assassin.
You've already ruined my character.
Yep, I got to Barbara Streisand, and I'll get to you too.
You got to Barbara Streisand. You fool! That woman is a national treasure.
Whatever. It's all money.
What's your plan?
Shoot you with this gun. Simple. Effective. Violate standards and practices.
You can't shoot me. This is a children's cartoon.
Then he'll just have to do something unspeakable off-screen.
But if it happens off-screen, there's no point. You don't know if it's happened or not. I can always make a comeback in a sequel.
Well, So what? If I kill you on screen, I'll just get the show banned from parents groups. Either way, you're removed from the picture, and I still get paid.
But you're in the show.
I was the one who suggested they replace Lorenzo Music with Dave Coulier.
I don't know what that means.
The real Ghostbusters.
No, I know what that means in real life.
I know. I don't know what that means.
Dave Coulier
All right, so
from Full House.
So the mysterious jackal is going to go ahead and shoot you with a silenced pistol. Jordy, how will you stop it?
With meta.
All right. What sort of meta thing are you going to do?
I am going to pull out a giant reflective sheet. Well, depending on my roll.
All right. Halftime show. Bam.
Well, shoot. I'm going to spend a laugh.
Blam!
Spend a laugh!
He shoots you. I give you a laugh for that. And a lump.
Okay.
You said, well, shoot. Okay! Be careful what you say. Meanwhile, we're going to cut back to the football field. Where's the coach? We have to go ahead and call the next play. I guess we have to lean on our quarterback, and everyone looks at you. Wilford, for the first time in our lives, you've given us hope that we might actually have some sort of victory.
That's right, and I know exactly what we can do. They have coordinated, planned out moves, so they're not expecting us to do something stupid and ridiculous. So what we need to do is we need to go out there and spin in circles to confuse them. And I'm gonna roll my naivete.
Go ahead and roll your naivete. We spin in circles. We've never tried anything like that. Well, how do we know it works? But if we've never done it, how do we know it
stupid to
won't?
do it.
Or so I've suffered head trauma, which I never have.
Let's see, that would just give them a +1 forward to do their rolls to try to succeed, but what if I popped a laugh on it, and it's just so obvious no one really thought of it, and it works?
We'll do it. We'll spin in circles. So the next time you get snapped the ball, your team starts to spin in circles, and dark clouds will form, and the announcer was calling this. Apparently, they just decided to spin in circles, and this is a strategy that's confused the Carcosa Knights, who apparently can't enter because they formed angles that neither acute nor obtuse. Way I can see their coach, he's instructing them to spin in opposing circles. And now there's a Coriolis effect happening above the field where dark storm clouds are forming and there's the piping of dark angels.
Oh, there's the music.
A chorus of which will haunt my very dreams. So, just another night here in Ruckerberg.
That's just the sort of opening we need.
Meanwhile, back on the stairs, Alec and the Phantom have been going back and forth with the stick. It's like, the Phantom says, I thought I underestimated you. The way you cringe and snivel like some sort of pampered coward. Maybe you have been in the theater.
Well, I did play a few musical roles in myself.
Aha!
Go, sir. You're the best sniveler.
Though I think my best work was in Sondheim.
Oh, sorry, you got cut off there. I missed that.
Sorry, I was saying Sondheim, like Stephen Sondheim. His like I was ribbing him.
A real musician. Oh, take that back. The two of you have been going back and forth on this duel with neither giving ground. Oh no! What will you? Alec, you must try something. What will you do? Do you want to continue the grudge match or try something else?
Try something else.
What are you gonna do?
Try to go. Okay, how can we? I just try to figure out. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. Yes, Harley.
Maybe we should try. We tried talking to the Phantom earlier, and he seems like he's a little bit crazy. Maybe we can do what I think the handbook calls like a Bugs Bunny sort of thing. Trick him into.
I'm not crazy. I'm eccentric.
That is very fun.
Right. Right. Oh. Right. Yes. I'll try to trick him as like, yes, you. Yes, your work is, and I'm sure your work is fine. And fine, fine, sir. In fact, why don't you? It's like, well, I take it back, all back. Your work is wonderful.
Really, that's very smart of you to notice that. I'm gonna need you to make a roll of 2d6 plus sly, because when you're a phantom and skulking around the darkness, you don't really your impressions counts pretty low.
I will roll to help that just because I can, and putting that to a 10 would be helpful.
You can, and you did advise him to do it, so go right ahead. Normally, it's supposed to you were supposed to roll before he did, but I'm cool about that. Okay. That's why they say it's forward, because you did say you were going to do this before he did. So go ahead and roll.
8. He gets +1.
So that's 10.
Yes.
Says you're right. The Phantom says you're right. I am an underappreciated genius. Well, that's what I keep telling everyone. But you're the first person I've met who's smart enough to realize that.
So here's what you do. Why don't you go? Enough with this stuff. Your life is wasted on football. Why don't you go out into the world and go back into
musical theater? Why? You're right. Football is no place for dramatic thespians such as myself. I should be be in an actual theater with musicians and crowds, and we should have lots of big stage gimmicks that masquerade for our feeble storytelling, and use that sort of over the top theatrics. And we should have underpaid dancers who work until their toes bleed to make me look better. That's the best idea I've ever had.
If you're interested, I think the production house down the road is doing a production of In the Woods, where the wolf only occasionally eats people.
That's a Sondheim. How dare you? He suddenly and dramatically and with an orchestral sting lunges at Hardly. Hardly, I need you to make a grunge check. A grudge check.
Okay. This is not going well. I roll plus tough, which is 0. Roll 1. Roll 2d6. Flip. An 8.
What does that give you?
That means I think I take no damage, and another character gets +1 forward.
Okay, he lunges at you, and
I would say.
But unfortunately, since you're in a precarious stairwell, I mean, not only would Alec get +1, but he lunges at you, and flings himself off the stairwell and falls into the water. Oh no, my 3 layers of tuxedo on my cape! They're water absorbent! What was I thinking?
Should we help him, sir?
Alec, he's not supernatural.
Yes.
Oh wow, so you will help him. Alec, can you how will you help him? Will you just try to pull him out of the water?
I do tend to carry around rope because I'm a prepared boy. If you want to, and then he pulls out a little spool of rope.
Yep, and afterwards we'll tie him.
All right, Alec, go ahead and make a tough roll to pull him out of the water.
And I will roll as well.
And Hardly will help you.
Roll 2d6.
Meanwhile, back in the booth, Jordy, you've been hit. It's like, I can't believe you shot me in the kids. It's like.
Yeah, I clutch my chest so that the wound doesn't show, so that I know we haven't been taken off the air yet. And it's
it's a good thing that I didn't bring us. You forget we're on 4 kids. This is a silenced laser pistol, and thus it's not imitatable.
Oh God! I still can't believe you've shot me though. I don't think you've prepared for. And I'll look up at him with the sudden focused eyes. The main event. And I would like to roll genre savvy.
Okay. I thought the football game was the main event.
And I would also. I'll sacrifice a laugh to get 10+, because I'm actually dropping the name of a celebrity or other thing, because the main event is actually a Barbara Streisand movie where she plays a boxing coach. I would like Barbara Streisand to come out and punch this guy's block off.
Embarrass me on the internet, will you? I'm a national treasure. Bash. And yes, she will appear and punch the Jackal's lights out. Now, who's been dissing Sondheim? My anti-Sondheim senses are tingling. I understand you've got a Weber supporter here. And she'll gloves together. Thank you, Captain. I'll always remember, Barbara will turn. I'll always remember how you helped me out of this jam, Coach Raul.
As always, Barbara, I'm your #1 fan.
My Barbara Streisand imitation is pretty bad. Putting it together. Okay. Meanwhile, back on the field, everyone's spinning. The clouds, lightning is coming down. The sky is opened up.
Yes, exactly as planned. And when the lightning strikes the football, that's when we make the goal.
Yeah, I can see the faces of everyone I've ever wronged.
They're cheering you on. You'll make this.
Wilford, there's like displays of cyanogenic lightning, swirling spirits. How are you going to run the ball through all of this?
Well, once the lightning energizes the football, then that'll give me the energy to make it all the way downfield past all the spinning people.
Well, that sounds more like a completion pass, so why don't you go ahead and make a tough roll for me?
Alright, let's go for it. I'm a tough customer. 9, hey!
Alright, so you'll throw the ball to your teammate. In the air, it'll get hit by lightning. The ball will catch on fire. Your teammate will grab the burning ball, scream horribly as he runs it into the end zone. And then as soon as he gets the point, the fiery ball will make him catch on fire. He'll burn into a charred skeleton and be incinerated to ash in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's motivation at work. Oh. Or down a player, I guess. Do we have substitutes?
Well, you have to ask the coach. But the good news is that is time. The game ends, and your team wins the game 14-7.
Woo! Just get a big ol'
which means we didn't even
rally.
beat the point. We didn't even beat the point spread. I'd say this is the worst game of my experience, but now that I've seen the face of madness and I know how inconsequential we are in the grander scheme of things, I don't know what to do with the rest of myself. I can't even put up a facade of being a sportscaster. I'd like to thank Coach Raul.
Yeah, nihilism.
Would you like me to call you an ambulance, or will you go ahead and get the sweet, blissful release of death from this apocalyptic nightmare?
No, the one thing this fool here didn't learn about laser weapons is that they burn their hole shut. I am just fine.
Let's get you some ice, coach. And this is the point where the whole team comes in with like the Komodo Loco barrel. And
yeah, we couldn't find any ice. All we have found is this Komodo Loco.
That's good for wounds, right?
Cooler. Well, it does. It says it's now mixed with iodine, and they pour it all over you.
Yeah, is this the moment where they pour it over me and we all freeze frame, but everybody in the background still moving around?
It would be freeze frame, except of course you're screaming in horrible pain because you just had like liquid iodine and sugar poured all over you. Why is it low? Sorry. Iodine
we beat the odds and defied the gods. I think this is a good day.
Yeah, iodine and citrus. Okay,
good to know that's what Komodo Loco is made of.
All right, so you guys, let's see. Has a 7 + 1 from Caudle is 8. Alec, you will slip and strain yourself trying to pull him up. Can you take a lump and survive?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you're willing to take a lump, you can go ahead and, against all odds, pull the Phantom out of the water.
Got out.
You know,
Okay.
this is probably what you get for trying to pull someone out of a river with a broken finger, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you'll sweat and then pull him out. You guys will tie him up. And, of course, after the game, it's like, we'll do the victory lap. This is sponsored by Komodo Loco. And of course, Rod the Man is like, yes, this has been the greatest sporting event ever. We had a big, large crowd, and some of them actually bought tickets.
So I asked Wilford. So I asked Wilford and Raul. Did we miss anything?
Not really.
The high point of my football career.
Anyway, now take off this idiot's mask and figure out who he really is.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, I always want to do this. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it?
Oh, what the heck, kid? Knock yourself out.
And he gets like almost anime-esque starry eyes, and
All right.
he has to get a little stool, but he pulls.
And of course, when you remove the mask, he is the Phantom of the stadium. So he's not someone else in disguise. Instead, he has a horrific face that is so grotesque we won't even show it on camera. Put the mask back on. Who thought this was a good idea?
And of course, the Phantom is.
It's Rafferty! It's Rafferty! He burned half his face! What do you think it was going to be, Old Man Smithers?
Why do people keep screaming when they see my face? And you guys wonder why we don't have cameras. All right, I'm giving myself a laugh point. All right, that's going to go ahead and put up the credits that get scrunched on the side of the screen when we tell you that coming up, another 24-hour marathon Teen Titans Go. So, all right, that is going to go ahead and wrap our silly game up for today. So, as usual, we have a quick debriefing. So, thanks for the inaugural game with Caudle. Did you guys all have fun?
Yay.
Yeah, I did.
That was infinitely amusing, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I do love how Alec hardly missed out on all the supernatural action.
I think that's hilarious. That was also hilarious too. And all that. Well, because you're a paranormal investigator, but it's Wilford who's the nexus for all of this.
Exactly. It sets up like this core kind of conflict between the two that you're trying to find it. It's right here. You just never happen to see it because that's the entire joke. So it's very lighthearted conflict kind of thing.
And I got to use football.
Yeah, football.
Okay, well, always good to end on a high note. So thanks everybody for coming.
Yes. Thank you for hosting. It's always nice to find good DMs.
Thanks, God.
That's always fun.
Yeah. Well, the important thing, like you see, the game is very fast and loose, and the important thing is improv to work with players. You know, be fair, build up, and have fun. So, and it was pretty exciting.
Success on all fronts.
Yeah. All right. And Caudle, do you have anything you wanted to promote?
You can find me on Twitter at Caudlewag, CAUDLEWAG.
Yes, Caudle is a fine cartoonist, and we made Madcap. So thanks, everybody.
Yay. Bye.
All right.